Property investing is far more about time in the market rather than timing the market. So today's video, we want to go into a little bit more detail as to why it can be so important to get into property investing in your 20s at an earlier age. We'll talk about why it's important to me, how it's actually changed my life as well, and then we'll go into some of the key aspects as to why this can actually completely change your future if you do get started at a younger age.
So I've noticed a huge change for you, man. Obviously, being at uni and working at Rip Curl, living in Sydney and just having a real fun time too. Obviously finding Tay and buying your own home and a bunch of investment properties. So how has property investing changed your life and your confidence?
The immediate thing that comes to my mind is looking at my bank account and seeing red.
You're in hell debt now.
Yeah, that's how it's changed my life massively, but not really. Like, you know, I understand that that's the means to an end, right? It's a reality of property investing. I wish I could afford to pay him in cash, but I can't yet. And, you know, right now it hasn't impacted my life too much outside of the fact that I can sort of see how the initial strategy and the plan is actually going to come into reality now that I'm holding these assets. So the only major difference between where I'm at right now and where I envisage myself being in the long-term future is time. You know, I've worked really hard and sacrificed a lot to accumulate this portfolio, and now I've just got to let the market, let the properties do what they need to for me. And, you know, the thing about property investing is you can't get rich quick through it. It does take a long time. So you need to understand that there's always going to be a huge time delay between, you know, where you are right now and where you want to be. But one thing that I've realized, and I think what you were talking to more and how it's changed, is just the confidence. You know, the fact that I know that I've got what I need to support myself and my family and my close friends around me for the rest of my life. You know, I kind of see myself in that position where it's like my worst case scenario is like my original best case scenario, which is a really convenient position to find myself in. But it just has given me a lot of underlying confidence that like life will work out and I can do what I initially set out to do, and I just need to continue doing the reps, continue paying off that debt and letting these properties do what they need to.
So my last question for today is, and this is a question I used to ask people all of the time, like if someone was just getting started in their 20s and they could learn a few lessons from the things that you've been through, both good and bad, you know, what would your advice be for those people?
Really good question, man. I think the biggest thing is that, once again, just reiterating the fact that property is a long-term asset. You know, if you're looking to get rich quick, if you're looking to get out of the system in the next 5 or 10 years, it can be really challenging unless you're in like an amazing financial position, you know, big baller. But, you know, for the average person earning the average wage, you just got to set longer term expectations. For me, it's sort of a 15-year plan. If I can bring that forward a little bit from there, great. If not, it will get there over time. So it's just being patient and understanding the time delay. The other thing is this power of compound growth as well. Now, I think, was it Albert Einstein was calling compound growth the sixth wonder of the world? It's a pretty fascinating thing. So for anybody that doesn't understand compound growth, I recommend jumping onto Google, typing in compound growth calculator, play with some numbers on there, have a read of some information on there, because this idea of compound growth can dramatically speed up your journey to financial freedom and put you in a position that you never thought was going to be realistic.
Love that so much, man. Like when I was in my early 20s, I thought I'd be completely done by 30. I'm 36 now and I'm still working towards it. I really thought I could do it in 5 years back then, but now that I've learned many lessons the hard way and the easy way, it's a 15-year thing. And you know, if you're starting at 20 now, imagine being financially free by 35. Or if you're 30 right now, imagine being there by 45. It's so exciting what property can do and has done for us, and we truly wish you all the best and all the safety as you go through this journey on your own or with your partner in the future.
Woo! That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Getting cool, bro. Yeah. Oh, sweaty. So sweaty. Oh, that's good. Look at that.
So nice, eh?
Oh.